Hey guys, Brian here from Landscaping Maine, and today we're going to do a review on the Aipas M2 Xterain Pro. We're going to tell you what we think about them, what we like, what we don't like. Probably not going to do a lot of specs on it because I feel like that has already been done with most people. So let's get a good close look at them and then we'll do some footage and talk some more, okay? But look at that beautiful green. That's the one Brent got. He'll be joining me for some of these videos. What a great color. Really love it. And again, sorry about that, but the sun is really bright today. It's 85 degrees here in Maine, which is unusual. And this was my bike. It's a black one. So why don't we get into some of the things that I do like and that I don't like, and Brent and I kind of agree, so it's going to be the same. So I have my little cheat sheet here so I don't forget anything and everything I want to talk about here. But first of all, what I wanted to point out was, and definitely talk about, was the packaging that they came in. Phenomenal. I couldn't ask for better. FedEx beats these things up, right? We've all got boxes from FedEx. They're all beat up. There was one box, I believe it was on Brent's green one, tore up a little bit, but because the packaging was so good, there was no problem at all with that. So, you know, A+ to Aipas for packaging for sure. Fantastic. There's a lot of different stuff going around about their customer service. Well, I don't know myself. I haven't had to deal with them yet. Hopefully I won't have to. It seems to me like if you go with their email address, they'll get back to you, or, you know, the chat maybe even, but phone calls are difficult. We have another e-bike by Electric, and their customer service is absolutely fantastic. You call, you get a person, they fix it. One thing I will say about Aipas that I hope is not true, and that is, if you need a part, they charge you shipping, is what I hear from some people. Other people say that's not true. So you got a 50-50 shot there at that point, I'm guessing. So let's take a look up close at some of the things that, you know, I don't like. And it's pretty simple, the first part, so let's bounce into that like right now. The handlebars. Don't care for the handlebars. The too short across. In fact, on my other e-bike, that's a folding e-bike, I can put my cell phone on there with the mount and get it horizontal like this so that I can take footage. This one I can't do that with. I also think it should come with the extended gooseneck. Automatically, it should come with that because it puts a lot of pressure on your hands, and you do feel that, and it gets quite uncomfortable pretty quickly. So I find that to be a little bit of a issue right there. Here's a big bonus. So we did find right in here, you pop off this little rubber door. I hope I'm getting a shot of that. You pop off that little rubber door right here, and that's your USB port, so you can charge your phone as you're going. So the next thing I just wanted to touch base on was adjusting the front wheel. We've had to adjust it several times on both of the bikes, and they're both still making noises, but we think we'll get there eventually. That's just a keep messing with it, tweaking it. So that's not a complaint at all, as long as it comes out of it, of course. Now what we really do like is the front suspension, and the rear suspension on this is really nice. It does a really good job. Especially, like I said, we have all different types of terrain here. You know, we're year-round riders, so we ride in the snow. We have trails, pavement, gravel. We pretty much have everything under the sun here. So mud, don't forget that. So the fat tires aren't coming really handy. So really, I really like the bike. There's not really more than that I can say. It's been a really good bike so far. I have, I believe, 63 miles on mine already, and it hasn't quite been a week yet. I do like that it comes with a color screen. We'll go take a look at that. So there it is. It comes with a nice color screen. You know, and easy enough to read everything. So on this controller, to reset your trip, if I get in there we go, here's your trip. You hit the info button and the down button at the same time, the minus, and that will reset your trip. And there we go, the trip is reset. A lot of people hadn't noticed that. Sorry about the shakes, I have tremors now, don't know why. But then you have your odometer, 63.5 miles is on this bike. It's your max on your ride. And there's your average speed on your ride. There's how many volts I got right now. Don't know if you guys can see it, but it's 54.3. Because I'm using no current. And then back to there. Long press the power button, shuts it right back off again. Alright, how great is that color screen? I really like that. And the charging USB port, I like that. The frames on these feel very, very solid. Brent's 200, I believe, 80 pounds, 285 pounds. And he feels like there's a bike under him now, where on the other one, the Electric XP 3.0, he was always afraid it was he felt like it wasn't on anything, you know, like it could slip out from under him. But not with these. These bikes actually get a lot of attention. These bikes get so much attention when you go out in public. I ran into 3 other e-bikers the other day when I rode mine to Walmart. And yeah, even the other e-bikers were more curious about these bikes than their bikes. You know, so I thought that was pretty funny, and I had a really good time talking to them. And everybody wants to get together. Everybody wants to ride together. It sounds like it could be a lot of fun to get together with people on different e-bikes and see how it's going to go on different terrains with each other. So hopefully that'll happen. If it does, I will make a video of that for sure. Our range, we're not disappointed with the range. It's a 17.5 amp hour battery. We're getting with these, with a 17.5 amp hour battery, what we were getting with the electric with a 10 amp hour battery. However, like I said, that's a folding bike. I believe it weighs either 64 or 67 pounds. These are coming in at a whopping 90. So, but they feel very comfortable on the road. They don't feel too heavy. But make sure you're tall enough for this bike. Seriously, make sure you're tall enough. So far, what I would like to show you, and I'm going to throw a clip up here in a second of me going up a hill that we have to take every day just to get off the road that we live on. They slow down as you get further into the hill. I tend to like pass 2, but I'm kind of used to that with the other bike, the electric. Pass 2, it stays solid up that hill. These go into it pretty good, and then they slow. You can hear the motor just, so you got to bump it up to like pass 3. And this is all pedaling. I don't do any throttle work. I will do during the video just to see what we get. I have noticed the first night I was hitting 36 on the flat, 36 miles per hour on the flats, just throttle only. I'm down now to about 30, 31 at the same place, so I don't know what's changed there. Hopefully that's not going to be a power issue later on. So, all right, so here's some footage. Let's get into a ride and let's go have some fun and see what you guys think and come back with a conclusion. All right, guys, let's go. All right, we're going to do the hill test. We're at 54.1 volts. I apologize for the wind noise. I forgot my microphones. So I'm past to gear 5. So I'm going to go past to gear 3. Here's the hill. Listen to the motor. Nine miles an hour, 8 miles an hour. This is pedaling, 7 miles an hour. All right, so that's one of the hills I'm talking about we have to use. So let's see how that does with throttle only. That was pedaling. We'll give it a fair run. Give it a head start going up. Actually, let's go past 2. Throttle only. might just make it. 4 miles an hour. All right, just made it. We're gonna go past 5, throttle only. I mean, it's got some pickup, no doubt about it. $19, 18 miles an hour. 18 miles an hour and past 5 coming up the hill. Pretty impressive. Definitely guarantee I used some volts on that. Now I'm down to 51.9 volts, which isn't that bad at all. Be our speed test on the flat here. Give it a little start, extra hit start on the hill right there. It's just a little nudge. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, past 5, 30, 31, 32, 33. All right, so top speed 33, gear 4. We'll get the grade of this hill, the degree. And here comes Brent in pass 4, throttle only. This hill is 8 degrees. Does it do it? He did it. Let's find out what he had for speed when he gets back. So what was your speed?
6.4 miles an hour was the lowest. 17.5 was the highest when I took off down there from a standstill.
Okay.
Past 4 without pedaling, just throttle.
Okay. You impressed?
Yeah. That it'll haul me up that hill? Yeah.
What do you weigh? I'm guessing.
280.
All right, I was right, 280. All right, awesome. Let's go get some trail riding.
Okay.
So this is known as the Whistle Stop Trail we're about to take. So it's sand, dirt. This used to be the narrow gauge railroad here in Farmington, Maine area. All right, let's get some footage of Brent and see how he's doing. All right, so what do you think about the Aipas Xterain Pro, the M2, on this trail?
It's very stable. It feels very stable in the loose dirt stirred up by ATVs.
Now, you had a problem with your electric XP 3.0 on this type of terrain?
Yeah, it always felt like either the front was going to trig or the back was going to slide out from under me, and this one doesn't feel that at all. This is just as stable as it would be on pavement.
Hey, all right, guys, so this is going to be the final thoughts on the Aipas M2 Xterain Pro e-bikes. But they're only a week old today, so only time will really tell. But as of right now, let's ask Bert what he thinks about it, and we'll show you something we had to do already, though. What do you think of your bike?
I like it. It's very comfortable. It feels secure under you, which was what I was having problems with a smaller bike, especially in soft traveling, cornering. I always felt like something smaller was going to slip out from under me, and I don't have that feeling with this at all. Some people talk about braking issues, but, you know, common sense. I mean, if you're going 30 miles an hour and you're as heavy as we are, then, yeah, you're going to need a little time to stop.
And there's a lot of back and forth, right, about the weight of the bikes. Some say 72, some say 90. We say 90 because the packaging weight on FedEx was 115 pounds.
Right.
So even though they were packaged very, very well, I'm pretty sure they're 90 pounds, not 72. Would you agree?
Yes. And if you tack 280 on that with me too, then yeah.
Yeah, so again, common sense is slow down, right?
Right.
Just slow down, know your area, and if you don't, just go slow, be careful. We don't want to make an e-bike a bad thing, guys. Come on, we don't want people out there doing stupid stuff and getting hurt. So take care of your bike, be smart while you're riding, and you're gonna have a great time with these bikes.
The two things I can think of that we have done, the handlebars were so low, no matter how we adjusted them, that you had way too much pressure on your palms and your wrists. So we bought the extension and moved it up 4 inches.
4 inches, yeah.
And that seems to have straightened up your posture when you're riding. Makes it a lot more comfortable.
Well, at least my handlebar stopped hitting my knee.
Right, yeah.
Me in the knee.
Yeah, it doesn't feel, you don't feel like you leaned ahead like you would on the old 10 speeds. It wasn't that bad anyway, obviously.
So what are your thoughts on, I kind of said Aipas should kind of throw in the gooseneck extender.
Even if they just put it on the bike and made it part of the package. Yeah, it's just, it gives the person that buys it the option to make that adjustment for these degrees on how they want the handlebars themselves without having to change an extra part. Of the things that we've done to them, I mean, yes, you're going to make cable adjustments on any manual braking system as it wears in. That's normal. But the mirrors are, you don't know what you're missing until you don't have them.
Yeah. So putting the mirrors on, raising the handlebars so it didn't keep hitting our knees, that helped a lot. We just had a seat pad that we put on, that helped the seat a lot. So definite final thoughts for the price point of $949. $949. We didn't get them for that. We got them for, what was it, $1,100?
With everything shipping and tax and
well, it was
all
supposed to be
that,
free shipping and free tax when we ordered ours, but we didn't get the free shipping, but that's okay. We did get the tax-free though. So for the $949, ours came at like $1,100 total. Are these bikes worth it 1 weekend?
Yes. And at 53 miles in a week, that's a lot of biking for me.
It is. And the reason that, his physical therapist tells him to bike because he's got bad knees.
Right.
So that helps with everything, doesn't it?
It does. Yep.
So guys, there you go. There's our opinion. That's all it is. You guys are going to have yours. Everybody's going to have a different experience. But in our experience, a weekend, great. Only time is going to tell, though, for sure, whether it can keep up and keep going solid. So hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Like, subscribe, and share. All right, later.